Hello, welcome to episode 258 of the Epic Film Challenge, finishing off the Fast and Furious marathon with Fast 5. This film is set in Rio de Janeiro, and
Carl.
yeah, I was thinking about Carl then. Yeah, and it's again the same cast from most of the films: Vin Diesel, Brian Walker, the girl, Vin Diesel's sister in the film. Yeah. And we also get that character from the first film. I forget his name. The guy with the beard.
I don't remember his name either.
So,
he's the one who tipped off or tried to warn Dom about Brian being a cop.
He was the guy who was suspicious of Brian Walker in the first film.
He was the asshole.
Yeah, and he's back in this one too.
He's
and
an asshole now.
everyone is back in this film. Basically, they're in Rio, and there's this. They're on the run. Basically, all of them are on the run now. Brian Walker's character. Brian Walker. It's Paul Walker, isn't it? I've been saying Brian Walker the whole time. I just keep thinking of Walker. Brian Walker, Paul Walker. Brian, his name's Brian in the film. Brian and Dominic and their crew, they're hiding in Rio, and then we got The Rock, who's kind of hunting after them. He's this kind of...
whatever his name is in the movie.
Luke Hobbs.
Really?
Yeah.
Luke?
Yeah, and he
doesn't suit Luke at all.
No, he's after them basically. He's like this... What is he? He's like... Oh, he's what the FBI call when they want someone to be found.
He's like that guy in Headhunter.
A little, yeah. But anyway, so The Rock's chasing after them because they're all, like, wanted criminals now. And they decide they're going to steal all the money from this kind of crime boss in Rio. So to do that, they assemble a team that's kind of just like a greatest hits of all 5 films, basically. You got the main characters from the first film. They bring back Roman Pierce from the second film, which I thought was great. I didn't realise he was in it. And as soon as he turns up, there's the other guy, Ludacris, from the second film, and he's like, "Oh hell no!"
That was his first line.
That was his first line. It was brilliant,
heads
so funny. And then you got the girl who was in the fourth one, who we didn't even talk about, but I know she was in the fourth one. I can't remember what her character name is or whatever. Han from the third one, Tokyo Drift. Even Eva Mendes from the second one.
Hang on,
it makes a
girl
cameo
from the
appearance at the end.
one.
There's a girl who's in the fourth one, and she's in this one.
I know who you mean, I just can't remember her.
Yeah, and then so they got this big team of like all from all the films, and I loved it. I thought it was great. There was this big team, and they were like, trying to like figure out what they were going to do, and I just really enjoyed this film a lot. Them planning the heist and everything, and what they were going to do, and it was really cool. Only problem I have with this film is it's probably one of the most unrealistic films I think I've ever seen in my life. Definitely the most unrealistic of all 5 of the films. There's just some ridiculous scenes in this.
Weirdest ending.
Like there's this train scene, and they're like riding in a car across the train, and the car goes down this like 1,000-foot chasm, and they just jump in the water, and then they pop their heads up, and they're like, "Oh, so anyway," and they're not even breathing heavily after like falling. It's just like so over the top, and yeah.
There was also one thing that I found very disappointing is that I think that the only race, like, Fast and the Furious is supposed to be about
street
there's
not much racing in this.
The only street race that was supposed to be, they didn't even show. It was like, let's go get ourselves a fast car,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
they're like, car for car, for car, and then poof, and they end up in the warehouse again with the car that they want. They didn't even show the freaking race.
Yeah,
that's annoying.
Vin Diesel and Brian, the character, they go and get cars, and that's the thing I didn't like. They got this warehouse in Rio, right? The Rock is trying to find them, and he's like, "This guy, The Rock." Well, they don't say The Rock, but this guy, he can find you anywhere. He's got these like satellites that they look down and stuff, and like anyone who moves, I'll see them. And they got all this equipment and stuff. And
It'd be awesome if they said, "This guy, The Rock."
And yet the whole film, they never find them in this warehouse, which is massive. They've stolen all these cars. There's this one point they're like, "Oh, we need some cop cars," and they just pull up in like 4 cop cars.
Doesn't even show.
Doesn't
how
show
they
like
got them.
and it's just
And they're racing in the streets with.
They're racing in the streets with cop cars, and it's just like.
It's like, hello.
Where did they get this, and where did they get that? And like they go into the police station, and they got all the uniforms and everything, and it's just really unrealistic in that sense. And then there's this whole thing at the end, which is just so over the top. But you got to go along with it and just be entertained by it. And
The whole thing at the end is them actually dragging a massive safe.
A vault.
Oh yeah, a vault. That's what it's called in this pig, isn't it? Behind their cars. To escape from the police. It's not happening. And then it turns out, oh well, to spoil the ending here, it turns out that it was safe that they were dragging after them weren't safe at all. Because they were checking the police. Wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah. Which is kind of, it's like, of course.
So they get away with the money, and that's it. And then there's a little scene at the end where you find out that Michelle Rodriguez is still alive.
Is there?
Mhm.
I forgot the ending.
Well, there's the ending where Vin Diesel and Brian are like, "Hey, let's have one more race," and they just go to race, and then the credits start. And then like after the credits, there's like a scene with The Rock in his office, and then Eva Mendes from the second film is there.
You're joking, right?
No. You didn't see it?
No, I've never seen after the credits on any movies, Luke. You always watch the credits.
Well, it wasn't like after the whole credits. It was after like the first bit of the credits.
That.
Okay, well, basically, we find out that Michelle Rodriguez
She's alive!
is still alive. So that sets up the 6th film, because they are making a 6th and probably a 7th, and so on. But anyway, I would give this film I can give it a 7.5 again. I guess I can't rate it more than the first one, because I think the first one's the best one, along with the third one. But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So what would you rate it anyway? Connie?
9.5. What'd you rate it?
9.5? I rated it as 7.5 again.
What? I love it!
Yeah, I do as well.
I love the Rio de Janeiro thing and everything. I love the whole movie. It's great. That's that one I watched it the first time.
I'll tell you what, I'll give it an 8.
Did I say that?
I'll give it an 8 because if I had to watch only one of them again, it'd probably be the 5th one, because you have all the characters from all the films, and it was just really enjoyable. So yeah, 8 out of 10.
Hell no. Where's your...
So thanks for watching these Fast and Furious marathon reviews,
Where is
and we'll
it?
see you with the next one. Thanks for watching.
Okay, where is it now?
Where's what?
Controller.
The controller.
Huh?